look so chunky, y'all. I look so chunky, but the problem is I made shortbread cookies yesterday, so I'm totally eating those. So I'm just gonna have to be chunky until after Christmas, and then I'll get back on the carrot bandwagon, but I made cookies yesterday. Anyways, it's still Vlogmas Hamburger. Today, I just did like a giveaway video, so if you haven't seen that, please go look at it because it's for a giveaway that I'm posting tomorrow. Also, I thought today's Vlogmas we talk about Serial, which is a podcast. It's from This American Life, and it's a podcast. I originally thought it was a fictional podcast where they were writing, you know, it was just like about a writer writing something and then reading it in podcast form, kind of like an audio book and getting us like addicted to the story. That's not what Serial is. Serial is actually based on a real life crime, and it's about a girl, Han Lee. She was killed years ago, I think about 15, 16, 17 years ago, something like that. And Anand Syed is her boyfriend, who they ended up convicting of this crime. And his parents and his friends all think he's innocent, and there's a lot of characters that play. Clay, she haven't started it yet. I don't want to give too much away. There's a bunch of people in like this crime drama. It's kind of like a real life Law and Order SVU, but with a journalist, and she's the one who narrates the story, and she takes us behind the scenes of everything, and she takes us on her interviews, and it is a really good podcast. It's addicting, it's great, I enjoy it. However, I don't know that I would call it, and this is where my critique comes in, I don't know that I would call it journalism anymore, because when she's talking about Anand Syed, which like I said is the boyfriend that they incarcerated for the crime, she does not come off as impartial at all. She comes off as like he's her friend and she's trying to help exonerate him and get him out of jail, which I understand. When you're continuously investigating someone and talking to somebody, you're a human being, you might become emotionally invested, which completely sounds like what happened in this podcast. But is it journalism anymore? Because I don't think it is. And that's my biggest criticism of her and this series, is that I don't feel like it's journalism. I feel like she's biased. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I mean, I have no problem with it. I think it's but I mean, and that because I think she's so invested in it, that's what helps draw people in. But at the same time, I think that's what makes her biased. So it's almost like a double-edged sword. I love the series. I love everything about it. I think it's such a good show. And it is addictive. I started it when it was 9 episodes in, so I started it late. And it, you know, it talks about the scene of the crime, and it talks about, you know, the people that accused him. One of them was like a drug dealer who was his friend, who ended up accusing him of the crime and basically pulling him into that world and, you know, making him suspicious. And it's almost if, well, one, the first thing we learned is there is no honor amongst thieves, okay? When you hang out with dirty people, you're gonna get dirty, okay? So, and I don't know, the show isn't over yet. I think it ends tomorrow, is the last episode. So, and that's when I stopped after the 9th episode, because I was like, I need all these episodes out because it's giving me like a headache. I need to know, just like with Homeland, I need to know what's up. So I do enjoy it, and they're taking donations, which is why I'm doing this review, because they're taking donations for season 2, which I have no problem with. But I think it'll follow a different case though. But my thing is it journalism? Because I don't find she's impartial, and journalism should be impartial. I don't think Homegirl is impartial anymore. I think she's emotionally invested. She retraces the scene of the crime. It's really well done. She retraces the scene of the crime. She, you know, interviews all these people. It's all the witnesses, you know, and people from 15 years ago, which is really hard to find. She does an amazing job. My question is she impartial? I say no. The only thing too that kind of bothered me with it was I wanted it in video format, which I know would have been more work, but I'm a visual person, so I was just like, damn it, why can't they just do this in video? You know, I would have liked it too in video and audio format, but I get it's from This American Life and they're set up as like an audio podcast. It's still, once you start listening, I think you forget, you don't even need a video format once you start listening. But I think like the first 3 episodes, I really wanted video. I was like, this would be so cool to watch, you know, but it's fine. So that's my thing with Serial. I don't find, and Brian Brushwood had said too that it was very sensational. You know, he questioned too, like, what are we donating to? And that's my thing. What are we donating to? Because I don't think it's journalism. I don't think she's impartial anymore, which I don't find she's impartial when she interviews them. I think she's talking to like a friend. I think the boundaries have been blurred when she's talking to Anad, Saeed. I just don't find, I don't think she's impartial. So let me know if you're watching it, if you're listening to it, and what you think of Serial. And let me know too if you've donated. I'm just curious to see what other people think about the episode and the whole series. Let me know if you think he did it. I guess we'll save that for another, I'll do another video since I'm so behind on videos. We'll do another video where I talk about did he do it, but don't tell me if he did it. Let me know if you donated and let me know if it's impartial. And we'll do another video where we talk about did he do it. Alright you guys, that's it for me. To quote the greatest show on earth, live long and prosper. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.